Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Man Bites Media, Man Bites Film, Shudder Edition. This week, we are bringing the classic horror comedy that stars the Chin, the Master, Bruce Campbell. Directed by the man himself, Sam Raimi. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I am talking about Evil Dead. That's right. The classic horror movie that is one of my personal favorite franchises and shows now. If you have not seen this, you have not lived. The story of Ash versus the Evil Dead, the Army of Darkness, and all that comes with it. This is the story of the Necrotomaton and all the evil that is unleashed from a cabin in the woods. And this man that picks up a chainsaw, picks up a shotgun, and goes against all the demons of hell and tries to close the gates of hell on earth by doing this in one of the most hilarious, funniest, just balls to the wall action horror comedy I have ever seen in my life. This takes the cake 100%. It follows the story of Ash trying to bring and close the gates that he opened by reciting the lines from the Book of the Dead. And if you have not seen this movie, you must watch Evil Dead, 1980s version, not the new one, and check out the legend of Bruce Campbell, because he is a phenomenon and just inspiring in this movie. His chin is one of the most noticeable characteristics in an actor nowadays, and I've had the pleasure of meeting him a few times, and he is one of the loveliest people I've ever met. He is as funny as he is on screen in real life. And Starz actually released a series now, Ash versus the Evil Dead, and this takes Bruce Campbell's story to TV screens everywhere, and it does the same thing the stories do. It follows him trying to close the gates of hell 30 years later. Yeah. And so good. This is a 9.5 out of 10 movie-wise. It is schlocky as shit, but so good, so enjoyable, and just a masterpiece of cinema. Thank you, Sam Raimi, for this. Honestly, this is your masterpiece, and I love you forever for giving us Ash. And if you haven't seen before, obviously I cosplay as Ash every once in a while because he's such an awesome character. So I love Evil Dead, and the fact that Shudder brought it to us, it holds a special place for me. Honestly, Evil Dead is a classic must watch. If you haven't seen it by now, what the hell are you doing? Go watch this. Come on now. Do it. My name is Gecko. This is Man Bites Media, Man Bites Film, Shudder Edition. If you haven't seen, we post every day a new episode on our YouTube channel or podcast streaming. If you want to check out both of our different streaming platforms and everything, you can check us out on manbitesfilm.com, and we have everything on there, all the links that you will need. We are on Google Play and iTunes and YouTube, of course. So check us out, and I'll see you next week.